In today's video, we're going to talk about concepts from Chapter 9, Math Models and Geometry, from the second edition of the OpenStax Pre-Algebra textbook. We're looking at the cumulative review problems from the end of the textbook, and we're going to start with problem number 69. One number, and I'm going to call that number n, is, there's my verb in the sentence, 8 less than another number. Their sum is negative 72. Find the two numbers. Well, this is already set up for solving by substitution because I have n is m minus 8 plus m is a negative 72, substituting what n is for the n in the second equation. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. We're substituting 1 into 2. Okay, so 2m minus 8 is equal to a negative 72. And I'm going to add 8 to both sides. 2m is equal to a negative 64. Divide by 2, divide by 2. M is equal to a negative 32. Not done until we find both numbers. So n is equal to m minus 8. So n is equal to negative 32 minus 8. N is equal to negative 40. Let's check our answers. So is negative 32 minus 8 negative 40? Yes, it is. Is negative 32 plus negative 40 equal to negative 72? Yes, it is. So there's my two answers. Okay. Let's go ahead and take some more space. Number 70, the sum of two consecutive integers. So if x is equal to the first consecutive integer, x plus 1 is going to be equal to the second consecutive integer. And that's because all consecutive integers have a distance of 1 away from each other. If we're talking about even integers or odd integers or something like that, then we're going to be 2 away from each other because every even number is 2 away. And every odd number is also 2 away from the previous one in the list, because even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 have a distance of 2. Odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, so on have a distance of 2 away from each other. But these are just consecutive integers, not even or odd. So the sum of two consecutive integers is negative 95. Find the numbers. So 2x plus 1 equals negative 95. Subtract 1 from both sides. 2x is equal to negative 96. Divide by 2. X is equal to a negative 48, which means that x plus 1 is equal to a negative 47. And they do add together to give me a negative 95. Wilma has $3.65 in dimes and quarters. So let's see, dimes and quarters. Okay, there's my first equation, is that 10 cents times the number of dimes plus 25 cents times the number of quarters is going to be equal to the 365. And then there's another equation here that says the number of dimes is 2 less than the number of quarters. Okay, so we have a substitution problem again that tells us that, and let's write this first equation up here in terms of cents, just not in terms of dollars. Like that. It's the same equation. I just multiplied everything by 100, but I prefer to not deal with the decimals. So I'm going to have a system of equations that says 10d plus 25q is equal to 365, and that d is equal to q minus 2. We're going to use substitution here. 10 times quantity q minus 2 plus 25q is equal to 365. So that's 10q minus 20 plus 25q is equal to 365. This is going to be 35q minus 20 is equal to 365. I'm going to add 20 to both sides. We're going to get 35q is equal to 385. Okay, so 35 into 385. I'm going to go 11 times. Now remember that D is equal to Q minus 2 is equal to 11 minus 2 is 9. Let's check that out with our dollars and cents equation. So come back up here. If I have 11 quarters, that's 275, right? And then if I have 9 dimes, that's 90 cents. Let's add them together. And we have 365, just like we're supposed to. Let's go ahead and clear all this. Let's look at number 72. Two angles are supplementary. Supplementary angles are ones that add together to be 180 degrees. Complementary angles add together to be 90 degrees. So supplementary angles. So angle 1, we're going to call X. Angle 2, we're going to call X plus 24, because it says 24 more than the smaller angle. So the smaller angle plus the larger angle needs to add together to be supplementary. I just said that, 180 degrees. Find the measure of both angles. So really this was X plus Y equals 180, and Y is equal to X plus 24, and I made the substitution. So, and these are all degrees. 2x plus 24 is equal to 180. Subtract 24 from both sides. We get that 2x is equal to 156. And we divide both sides by 2. And x is equal to 78. X plus 24 is going to be 0.02. And those are going to add together to be 180 degrees. Problem number 73. Says there's going to be three angles of a triangle. Angle 1, we're going to call X. Angle 2, we're going to call X plus 20. And angle 3, it says, is the sum of the other angles. So that's 2X plus 20. And we know that all of the angles of the triangle are going to add together. To give me 180 degrees. So I have X plus 2X is going to be 4X. 20 plus 20 is 40. 4X is equal to 140. I'm going to divide by 4. X is equal to 35 degrees. We're going to say X plus 20 is equal to 55 degrees. And then 2X plus 20, the sum of these here is going to be 90 degrees. So we have a right triangle here. An angle that's 90 degrees. The small angle is 35 degrees and the big angle is 55 degrees. All right. Now we've got a problem here with another right triangle. They draw it for us. And they say that this side is 12 feet and this side is 15 feet. And they want us to find what this side is here because we're attaching this antenna to the roof with this guy wire that's 15 feet long. We want to know what the distance is that we need to be away from the base of the antenna here. And there's a couple different ways that you can do this. If you know any of your special right triangles that are in proportion, this one is a 3, 4, 5 right triangle because 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 5 is 15. We've got the 12 as a leg, we've got the 15 as a hypotenuse. So we know that the other side needs to be 9 feet. But let's show some work to your teacher because your teacher probably wouldn't accept that, even though that's proportions. The teacher probably wants to see the Pythagorean theorem here. So we're going to say x squared plus 12 squared is equal to 15 squared. And that means that x squared plus 144 is equal to 225. X squared, subtract 144 from both sides. We're going to get x squared is equal to 81. And x is going to be equal to the square root of 81. I'm not going to do the negative square root of 81 because these are distances that can't be negative. So this is going to be 9, just like we said. And we are measuring this in feet. This is a word problem, so don't forget your units. Okay. Now we're going to talk about a rectangle. Let's pretend this is a rectangle. Okay. It says that the width of the rectangle is 4 less than its length. So we've got 2 widths and 2 lengths, and it says that the perimeter, which is going to be 2 x's and 2 x minus 4s, is going to be 96 inches. So 2x plus 2x minus 8 equals 96 inches. That means that 4x minus 8 is 96 inches. We've got 4x is equal to 104 inches. And x is equal to 26 inches. It says find the length and the width. So we need to find x minus 4. It's going to be 22 inches. X was the length, x minus 4 was the width, right? So this is my length, this is my width. Number 76, find the volume and the surface area of a rectangular carton. I'll do my best to draw this 3D. Okay. Whose length is 24 inches, whose width is 18 inches, and whose height is 6 inches. Okay, so volume first. Volume is length times width times height is going to be 24 inches times 18 inches times 6 inches. So that's going to be a big number. Let's go ahead and use our calculator. 24 times 18 times 6 is going to be 2,592 cubic inches. All right, our surface area, I'm just going to call that capital S, is going to be the top and the bottom. There's going to be 2 of those, and those are going to be 24 by 18 plus 2 of the sides here that are going to be 18 by 6 plus another 2 that are the front and the back that are going to be 24 by 6. So there's 2 of those. So let's go ahead and just take 2 times, let's factor the 2 out of everything. It's 2 times 24 times 18 plus 18 times 6 plus 24 times 6. And we get that this is going to be equal to 1,368 square inches. This is square inches because this is area. This is cubic inches because this is volume. This is 2-dimensional. This is 3-dimensional. That was the last problem for this part of the cumulative review. See you next time for the next video.